I'm Dan Drake. This is Front Up on Visitor Network TV. Our guest today is Jessica Sosebee, who is one of the forces behind the new safe harbor, relatively new safe harbor for animals, which is the animal shelter that took the place of the MSPCA.
Yes.
And now it is a separate, although I guess under the same roof, a separate operation from the veterinary hospital.
That's correct.
Offshore animal hospital.
Yep.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about how Safe Harbor came to be, and then we can go on from there to talk about some of the things you're doing.
Okay. So back in 2011, when the MSPCA closed, they gave us about 2-month notice, and a group of former MSPCA shelter employees, myself included, and some volunteers met at Cisco breweries one afternoon and just said, what are we going to do?
Did you find a place to park?
Yeah, it was October, so I think we were okay. And we just sat there over some beer and decided, what are we going to do? We could pull the cats out and just foster them, or we can start a new organization. And that's what we did. Basically, in 2 months, we got all the paperwork ready. We had a lawyer working on it pro bono, got our 501c3, and formed Nantucket Safe Harbor for Animals. And it's all volunteer run, and we are in there literally every day, 3 shifts a day. The board has grown to 14 people, and then the staff, the animal caregivers are in there every day. And we are separate from Offshore Animal Hospital. We just rent rooms from them within the same building.
And how's the funding going?
It's, it's one of those things where the first year everybody's on top of it because it's new and people want to support. We're in that time frame of people are maybe kind of forgetting a little bit, so we have to make sure that we keep the momentum going.
What sort of budget do you have?
We are running, since there are no salaries, that saves a lot of money. We're probably gonna have to change that soon, though. Not every people are starting to get a little burnt out. So right now we're probably running at maybe under $100,000 a year with rent, utilities. A lot of the bulk of that money goes to medical expenses for the animals, spay, neuter, vaccines, all of that stuff. So that's the bulk of it. It goes 100% to the animals. So
and food, of course.
And food, although we have an excellent sponsor with Blue Buffalo. So they are giving us free food for our shelter animals right now, which is excellent. Which is really nice, yeah.
So describe what you're doing in terms of the adoptions, in terms of are you running now the Mississippi program?
Yes, we are doing that. We've merged. We have become a legal operation to take in animals from out of state. What we do is we hold them in an isolation facility in Western Mass, make sure they're completely quarantined for any possible viruses, and then volunteers bring them down. But basically, a lot of people think that's a little bit on the controversial side, so just to kind of clear that up, we will never turn away an animal from Nantucket, ever. So we are 100% open 7 days a week, all year round, and we have an open door policy. So we will take in anything at any time. With that said, we've placed probably about 50 of the Mississippi puppies. And those conditions down there, I've worked there myself personally. It's tragic, and they're euthanized every single day for space, and they're really social, really sweet. So we just found that they do really well on Nantucket, and so many families are happy because of them. So we take in any animals, we place them out into good homes. We're doing education and outreach with the schools, with the seniors. We just did a huge spay and neuter clinic for low-income people on Sunday. So we spayed and neutered about 20 animals for half price, and we worked with people. If they didn't have any money, we still did it. So we're doing a lot of community work too.
Just back to the Mississippi program, how many are these puppies, or are they full-grown dogs for the most part?
There are a lot of puppies because people want puppies, but we have a lot of young adults as well. So, and the nice thing about those dogs are they're like little 40 pounds tops. So they're manageable, they're social with other dogs. They're going to be all over Sanford Farm and Tuppence. They're really easy places.
How many at a time do you bring up as a rule?
I think we've had maybe 10-ish at a time. And Lori Smith, who's our volunteer coordinator, she is great about finding foster homes for a lot of them. So they don't spend that much time in the shelter. They go right out into the foster homes, and then we place them. She does meet and greets, and then everybody gets together and they pick theirs out, and they're usually gone within 2 days.
Wow.
They're so popular.
That's amazing. That's great.
Yeah.
You have a carnival coming up, I understand.
We do. It's Carnival.
Carnival. Excuse me.
Yes, it's Rio themed. So it's going to be July 31st at a really exclusive place on Cliff Road. One of our sponsors is generously giving her house again. And so it's overlooking the ocean off Cliff Road. It's going to be outside, and there's going to be some pretty crazy costumes. Gino's seen a sneak peek of them already. Lots of feathers, lots of whatnot. So it's going to be cocktails, great food from Nantucket Catering Company, and signature drinks, and live auction, silent auction, and then live entertainment. We're going to have a band and dancing, and it's going to be fun.
How many people are you hoping to get?
200.
It's a good crowd.
That should be a good crowd.
Yeah.
We dropped the general admission price this year to $150, and I think that's pretty good comparing to some of the other tickets on island. So that includes all the drinks and the food and the dancing, everything, and shuttle service to and from the event with Cranberry Transportation, and then we're offering a VIP ticket for extra stuff.
How does one get tickets?
You can call the shelter, 508-825-2287. You can email us, nantucketsha@gmail.com, or you can go to the website, nantucketsafeharborforanimals.org, and we're also selling them at 3 different places, Geronimo's, Johnston's Cashmere on Federal Street, and my parents' gallery on 8 Washington Street, Sosebee Studio.
Good. Well, you've got Pam Murphy as your board chair, right?
Yes.
And Jan Jager as another officer.
Yes.
So you've got some good people working with you on that.
Geronimo's has been fabulous to us. So Jan is our secretary. I'm vice president. Pam is president, and Stephanie is our treasurer. Stephanie Hankey, who used to be one of the managers at the MSPCA. We have a really good group. We're all local, hard work. I mean, we're a working board. So it's pretty grassroots, which is great.
That's great. Jessica Sosebee from Nantucket Safe Harbor for Animals, thank you for being with us today,
having me.
and good luck.
Thank you.